Welcome to another edition of Let's Play Farming Simulator 2013 on the Serbian farm. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, our soybeans are ready to be harvested. We got a big, massive field of soybeans. And we have our combine ready to go. So let's go ahead and fire him up. I set up a course play route for this particular field just because he basically is more efficient with course play as opposed to when you hire a worker. They tend to only use part of their combine header as opposed to all of it, so I figured I would just do it this way. Just to get the ball rolling, basically. So I'm just going to start him off here on the corner, make sure he gets this little bit here. Perfect. Alright. Set him on the first course. Apparently he's going to do that. I don't know why, but... And the nice thing about it is like if, for example, with our seeder, it will miss bits and pieces of it. So if you hired a worker, it would stop as soon as you saw those bits and pieces, as soon as it missed those bits and pieces, or as soon as there's gaps, basically. However, if you were to... I'm just going to miss all that side. Huh. If you were to... that's fine, I'll leave it for the time being. If you were to hire a worker, he would definitely just stop there, whereas in course play, he definitely gets it all, although he's missing this one row here, so I don't know why, but I'll leave it for the time being. Now, this does present us with a bit of a problem, and the problem being that we don't have anywhere to store our soybeans on our farm here. So what we're going to do is this attach the trailer? Yes. I realized last episode I actually drove away with the ramp still down. I felt like such an idiot. And the other reason why the Kirovitz wouldn't work is because it was still on course play. Yeah, totally messed that one up. Ah, well, these things happen. I am looking for our quarry wagon. I don't have no idea where I put it. I think it's just back here and I drove past it. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the F-150 to take the soybeans straight to the sell point. And the only reason I'm doing that is because I have nowhere to sell them. Otherwise I would, or nowhere to store them, sorry. Otherwise I would store them here. I could use an alternative tip point, I suppose, but then I'm just going to have to pick them up and sell them anyways, so I figured I might as well just do it this way. So what I'm going to do is... need to move that 9630. I'm just gonna start. I'll just start I'll record a sequence and just have them take it straight to the GB, I guess it's called. And because we're running with the F-150, it'll be nice and quick, which is nice. So I set it so it does a headland and then goes up and down the rows. And the reason why I did that, of course, is to avoid hitting the train, basically. Because a couple of times, mostly off camera, I've had more than once, I've had one of my hard workers or one of my course play guys get dinged from the train. So I try to avoid that. Alright, so which side is this empty on? Left-hand side. So let's take a turn here. And apparently I took that turn too tight. And what we'll do is we'll go in the opposite way. Well, we can come this way, actually. Go in this way, and then we'll go around on the other side. And the reason I'm doing that is because it'll unload on the right-hand side, even though, or the left-hand side, I guess, in this case. Because I don't want him to screw up. So, let's just do this. Get him nice and close here. There we go. Perfect. And then we'll drive out this entrance here. If there was more traffic, then I'd have to be worried about it, but in this case, there's no traffic going in there, so that's not a big problem. Alright, so as you can see, we're back up to $123,000. I have our front loader working at the BGA, and because I've just basically kept them continually running, it's been a nice trickle of cash in. And the other nice thing about it is that it constantly produces slurry for us, which is really nice. And that's going to allow us to fertilize our fields. So the next big purchase we're going to make is definitely going to be, and that should be good right here. The next big purchase we're going to make is definitely going to be a bigger combine, because this is going to be really annoying to use. To see this, have this combine go all the way around here. So it's only doing a headland right now. It's only missing bits and pieces, just around the edges, and that's fine. Mainly because I set it up so it would stay away from the edges a little bit. That's why there's about, I don't know, let's say 3 feet around from the edge. And also, it's missing that. Oh well, I can always go back and get it. But I set it up that way just so it would stay away from the edges, because all these trees here, you can collide with them. So one of the many reasons why I avoided it. Yeah, it just depends on where it is, I guess. That's only one row. It's not a huge deal. Alright, now, the next thing I was thinking about, let's just hop in our Ford here, because it's quiet. The next thing I was thinking about is we're trucking back and forth quite a bit to get our liquid manure. And I believe the Norwar suggested using the Zune hammer, I think it was. Now, getting all those pieces is extremely expensive. Although I looked at some of them, I tried it out, and it's a little bit more difficult. It'd be realistic, don't get me wrong. But in terms of enjoyment, you'd see me connect a lot of pipes, basically. Maybe in my own time I might do it, but not here. Probably not in the Let's Play, but I will use parts of it. And so here's all the parts. Here's one of the parts. There's another one. So one of the parts I'm going to use is it's the same idea, but it's actually, I found it on Mod Hoster or Hoster, how you want to say it. And it's exactly the same thing, except apparently it'll work with course play. So we're going to try and figure that out. So it should be this one. So this is a Grasfort field container. It holds 55,000 liters of liquid manure. So we're going to go ahead and buy that. And I think the Ford might be a little underpowered for that. Just a tiny bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably bring over, actually, he's in traffic. Where is he in traffic? Oh, right here. Let's go ahead and move this 9630 just to get him out of the way, or else I have a feeling the Ford's going to run into that thing more than once. Actually, probably not, now that I think about it. But I don't have any good place to put my 9630 either, because it is such a big machine. So I've just left it there for the time being. It's still on our property. The neighbor doesn't mind. It's just on the edge of his field. So if he needs me to move it, I could always move it. So, all right. So we're gonna go ahead and use this. So we actually have 2 of these, so we could use both of them, I suppose. So what we're going to do is while that's combining, we're going to go ahead and pick up that Grasfort field container. And the way it's supposed to work is it's supposed to sit on the edge of the field, and then you just go there and fill up your manure spreader, or liquid manure spreader, I guess, slurry tanker, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to go ahead and pick that up, bring it back here, and then I'm going to record a manure transporter run, because this will be done before you know it, and then I'm going to need to fertilize it again. So, alright, so interestingly enough, we are harvesting soybeans again. It looks like the F-150 is doing okay. We are harvesting soybeans, and in the comments from the last time we harvested soybeans on our neighbor's field, we had a couple comments as to how much yield people were actually getting. So let me just double check here. It looks like Jim Pickus says he gets around 30 bushels an acre on a regular crop, and then if it's a double crop, which basically means you harvested something before off the crop and then planted soybeans again, they only get 25 in their area. Corrales says that he gets around, I think he said 70 bushels an acre, which is quite a lot actually. So this is the Grasfort manure container. So the way it works is you just fill this up. We've got some pipes at the back. You fill it up, and basically you could take it to and from the manure place. And you can just drop it as well. So this is exactly the same thing as one of the other mods from mod contest. It's not this one specifically, but it looks exactly like this. It's the same concept. So I'm taking the concept that Corrales suggested and adjusting it slightly. Looks like they're in the way. And he's not going to drive until this guy moves his knee. Nope. Whoops. I keep forgetting where the axle works on this particular quarry wagon. So I'll let that combine do its thing. Apparently it's going to go right on the train tracks anyways, and the train's coming, of course. That's lucky. Alright, so we'll just leave that there. We'll hop out of here, get back in this. So you can actually drop this container. I don't know how to, actually. I've tried with... And you're supposed to be able to drop it somehow, and I haven't figured it out. But drop it in the sense that you can lower it so you can retract the tires, basically. But alright, so I'm going to record a manure transporter run. So this actually, basically this acts as a biogas facility, a mini biogas facility. So it's supposed to work with courseplay. So the idea is that if you set this on the side of the field, theoretically courseplay should pick it up as a trigger and load from there. So let's go ahead, hop in here, and let's just start recording here. So we're just going to record a supply run basically for the manure. Now originally I was going to do this with a transport trailer, the Kaweco. It worked for the most part, but it was way expensive. It was like $179,000. A little bit more than I wanted to pay just for a transporter, and I found this mod, and it's only 20 grand, so I figured might as well give it a go. Worst thing that can happen is, of course, we just sell it again, but we do have that option here. So I was thinking about picking up another field. Oh, it looks like my water's a little bit low with the cows. I was thinking about picking up another field. So because our seeder, our planter, does do sugar beets as well, I was thinking about maybe planting sugar beets for the cows. For the beef cows, of course, not the dairy cows. Dairy cows don't need that. And there actually are sugar beets I could harvest already, but I have to think about that still. It would mean buying a separate harvester, which is not exactly what I want to do, but it is a possibility. I found a new mod. Basically, it's a sugar beet harvester, specifically. It looks really nice, actually. I'm not going to buy it and show you, mind you, but it does look really nice, and I tested it out on a different map to see what it looked like, and it looks really nice. So I might buy that in the future, but not at the moment, because our next big purchase is going to be a combine harvester. So I'm going to turn around here, take a nice wide turn, and then we're going to try and see if we can get close enough to get the trigger. Perfect. Now, because these silos are all full, well, that one's not full, I guess, but they were full. They're not full anymore. This particular run would conflict with it, but for the time being, it's fine. So, this should... Oh, what am I doing? I'm doing it the wrong way. Alright, well, we're here anyway, so we need to come here. Never mind, this is the wrong way for a manure transporter. So, it should be able just to refill it. I'm just going to refill it now. So it does hold... Interesting. Wonder why that's working that way. Refill. Turn on Crasfort. I wonder why it's working like that. That's strange. It worked before. I tried it on a different map and it was fine. I wonder why it's working like that. Interesting. It should just go for it. I don't know why it's not. That's weird. Well then. That's a bit odd. Anyways, I'll leave that there for the time being. So I actually do work on another map, which is kind of confused why that didn't work there. Maybe because it's a BGA and it's a mod BGA? I don't know. So let's hop in our front loader, which is apparently done. And we'll change his course up. And what are we at? BGA 3. So I actually tried to record a course for the first bunker and it just didn't work. So for now I'm going to leave that bunker as my silage supply, basically. Which is fine. Alright, let's back this up. Make sure it's got lots of space to approach. Then drive that. There we go. Let it do its thing and then figure out why this isn't working properly. Wonder why. I wonder if I can do it from the outside, maybe? Would that do anything? No, it doesn't seem to. See? Oh. No, that's the actual, I wonder why it's not working properly. That's strange. Well, let's record a course and see what happens anyway. So, it's in the right spot, so let's start recording. That's strange, because I worked before. It's gonna bug me now. Alright, so there we go. So with the manure transporter course, you actually start from the BGA right there, or wherever you're, the supply, basically. You start there, and then go from there, basically. Yeah, I don't know, that's weird. And then you basically drive to where you want to, where you want it to stop. So that's one. When I realized that, I realized I made a mistake, so that's fine. Alright, so let's drive back to the farm. And then what you do is once you get to the farm, you set a waiting point where you want it to sit. And then theoretically it should fill up from there, but we're going to find out momentarily. Let's get away from the ruts here. So the reason I'm doing this is because we have right now we have a small manure spreader. Or liquid slurry spreader. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So because of that, that's the reason why I'm going this route instead of buying a bigger one. Because the big ones are kind of expensive. So, and because we only have one field at the moment, or I guess one big field at the moment, I haven't felt it necessary to increase the size of our liquid manure sprayer, but I will for sure in the future. Because I did pick up the mods related to the mod contest, there are a few options we have available to us. One of the big options that we have is, I think it's $215,000, which is a bit on the pricey side. And then if you get that along with the rest of it, it's pretty pricey, so that's the reason why I haven't gone that route as well. Alright, so I'm going to have it stop right on the northeast corner of the field here, just because that's usually where I start courses for this particular field. So I'm going to set it, how about right here? Set the waiting point. There we go. And then I'm just going to go forward a little bit. And then we'll just do a UE. And drive her out the back. Alright. So, let's go check on our combine quickly. Excuse me. See, this is the reason why I said it so with horseplay. Because if you look at the front right here, excuse me, it's not wasting at all, like wasting anything. It's very efficient this way. But because I already consume fuel this way, or consume fuel when I hire a worker, I figured might as well just use horseplay and be a bit more efficient with a tiny combine like this. Alright, so our Ford should be dropping this off. Let's check on him. Is he going to take out that corner like I did? No. Oh, that's strange. Alright, so we have $116,000. Let's see how much this gives us. So we're holding 6,500. So apparently, this is with the multi-fruit script. Looks like corn there. And has a soybeans picture. Let's see how much we're going to get. So 116,000. And soybeans are selling for 100 or $440 per ton. So let's see what we get here. 116,000. Oh, you're just gonna drive right by it, are you? Can't believe that. So we got 2,000, 3,000, 4,000-ish. It's not too bad. Alright, so let him do his thing. I'll have to remember that he doesn't work properly. I don't know why he doesn't work properly, but maybe because it's on a truck, not a tractor. I don't know. Alright, let's hop back in our transport run here. Finish this run up. That's the nice thing about course play. You can just kind of hop out of the tractor and then hop in another tractor and it's fine. It doesn't mind so much. Alright, so as we head back, maybe it'll work with course play, I don't know. Kind of makes me a little bit, makes me a bit worried. So this is the other bunker that we picked up. It's got straw in it. I had to move it and I forgot to move it back apparently, so. And the reason I had to move it is so I could fill it properly, because it was interfering with the potatoes and the sugar beets that were stuck there. Alright, let's head down here and then we'll turn right. And then can't really take a wide turn, so we'll just drive straight. There we go. And what we'll do is we'll, as I did before, we'll drive past the fuel tanker there so we can fill up, because this is, it probably won't do too many runs because it holds 55,000 liters, but in case he does, you never know. We'll see. Alright, I think what we'll do after this is I'll go top off our cows, because apparently they're running low on mixed rations and water. Interestingly enough, actually the forage wagon we have carries mixed fruits, and it also carries grass, chaff, straw, and mixed fruit, which is kind of cool. Apparently I've discovered I can read German. No, it's just because it's always the same thing. So it's like Mischterfrutte or something. I think that's how it's pronounced, at least. I'm not an expert in German by any means. But it can actually take mixed fruits, or the forage, basically. The other nice thing is they actually are pretty large. They're not too terribly expensive. So I actually upgraded our current forage wagon to the largest we could, because I've been doing a lot of the foraging, I guess you can call it. There we go. Because I've been doing a lot of the foraging, or the chaff, basically. I've basically upgraded to the largest one, just so it would make my Kirovets slightly more efficient, basically. Alright, so let's just line this up here. There we go. Stop course. Let's call this BGA slurry run. How about that? So let's see if it works. This has got to set it to manure transporter. Set it to the first point, and let's see what happens. Let's see if it actually works as intended. That's strange. Wonder why it didn't work before. Well, I'll let it fill up anyways, because this particular is pretty full. That's strange. I wonder why it's doing that. And I believe there's a little, can you see it? You should be able to see the little pipe right there fill up. I don't know how far it goes up. Let's just hop out and see. There you go. See it slowly filling up? Pretty cool, eh? Alright, so let him do that. I wonder why I couldn't do it manually. That's strange. What was the next thing I was going to do? Let's check on our combine here. Seems to be doing alright. And our Ford, is he doing on the run? Not yet. So, I don't know where that combine was going. So as you can see, you doing it this way is pretty efficient. If you have the right width of your combine head, if you know it, I should say, and you set it up nicely, it works fairly well. It's fairly efficient. We've gotten about a third of it done already, so. Alright, let's hop in our Kenworth. And I believe we already have some mixed rations around the back. So let's just drive straight. And we'll take a right turn here. Go wait for the doors. No one's, oh, there's someone right there in a Bentley, I guess. Just follow the Bentley out. He'll never know. Alright, take a right turn. And I believe I need to be careful here. I don't want potatoes. There's no potatoes anyway, so. And I believe this is our mixed forage. Yes, it is good. The cows don't take very much, so it's not a big deal. This, what I have in here is probably more than enough for them already, so. Oh yeah. I don't even need to get all this. But I'll take it all anyways and just see if the dairy cows needs more. That's what I was going to do last episode and I totally forgot. Let's buy a few more dairy cows. We have 20 right now. Let's buy another 10. There we go. Down to 104,000 again, but we have 10 more dairy cows, which is fine. Whoa, I don't know why it does that on that particular area too. It's really strange. Alright, so let's unload our mixed rations to our beef cattle. We still only have one cow ready, which is kind of funny, but whatever. They take their time there, and there's our other, you can see our other tractor right there. He is just coming along here with his load of slurry. I still wish these mirrors worked on this tractor, or this truck. It would look so much cooler. I believe there are a couple Euro Truck, well, in Euro Truck Sim there are a few Kenworths you can get as mods, and the mirrors do work in that game obviously because you do need to use them. In this game, while they're nice, they're not necessarily imperative. Alright, let's drop this off right in here. Take it nice and slow. Apparently they're producing a little bit of manure in here. Gonna need to, yeah, see. They only needed 1,000 liters of mixed rations, which is fine. But they're good to go. I could buy more beef cows, but since finding out how long they take to mature, I don't know if it's worth it or not. Alright, let's just drive back. There we go. Now, the other tractor, the Fent, that's doing the manure transporter run, he should be fine. He's probably just going to stay there and sit there for the time being, so it's not going to be a problem. And I guess our other Fent, I don't know. Oh, that's the Fent that just went by. That's funny. Apparently he's to be refueled, and he's just sitting there now. Alright, so let's drop off the rest of these mixed rations with our dairy cows, now that we have an extra 10. And I have a feeling our front loader's not doing anything. Oh no, he is, just slowly. I slowed down time, so that's the other reason probably. Alright, so let's drive straight. Whoa, whoa, sorry. Should have looked first. You can get off my truck now. Apparently not. There he goes. Alright, so let's just take a quick peek at how that F-150 is doing, because, oh, good. I thought he was doing another run and not dropping it off. Alright, so the Fent has got to its overload point, which is good. Alright, so let's drop this off with the cows. Nice wide turn here. And then drop this off here. Let's get in. Back up a little bit here. I saw the drop-off point. It was there somewhere. Apparently it's not triggering again. It's somewhere in here. There it is. I don't think they'll need 20,000 liters, but if they do, that's great. Perfect. 6 days. Alright, so let's just get out of here. Watch out for the dip. Excellent. So this is the way the manure transporter, well, the way this particular manure transporter works. Just shut that off there for now. I was going to use the Kenworth as an unloader for the combine, but it's just too tall. So this is what it does. It just sits here, and technically now I should be able to use a tractor to pick up manure from this using courseplay. Haven't tried it yet, but according to the claims on the website on Mod Hoster, they said they could. It could, so because I think it acts as a like a fill point on the map. All right, I could probably get going with fertilizing actually. Potentially. That's going to be in the way, I think, though. But that's fine. I think I might just leave it there for the time being. Alright, let's take this manually ourselves so it doesn't screw it up. What we'll do is we'll actually just record another course. It's not a big deal. But it does use a lot of fuel, so that's one of the downfalls of using the F-150 for something like this. Still haven't found a really nice runabout that I like. I like the F-150. It's not too bad, but I wish I had a goose well. Wish I had the capability of a fifth wheel, but it does not. And the F-350, it's not terrible, but it's not exactly what I'm looking for either. I'm watching a couple of Dirt Heber's old mod spotlights. He did a mod spotlight on a international truck, which wasn't too bad. It wasn't the prettiest truck, mind you, but it did look functional, mind you, which is good. But all right, so I'm going backwards this time. And what we'll do this time is, instead of me just driving straight through here like so, I'll just set a waiting point. So even if he doesn't drop it off himself, I can do it manually. The Don's in traffic. I bet you it's the Fent just sitting there. So, well, it doesn't make a difference. We'll just stop this for the time being. Oh no, it's a Kenworth. Let's move the Kenworth then. There you go. Get it out of the way. Then we'll drive it into the shed. There we go. Not there. I want to go into this shed right here. There we go. Perfect. Alright, so our next big purchase is going to be a combine, for sure. I don't want to do the combining on the small field again, because that was just painful to watch. Where was I? Let's finish this course, and then what we'll do is I'll call the episode there for the time being. And then next time, hopefully, we'll have enough money to buy a combine, hopefully. So I'll do a little bit of off-camera. I don't want to show you too much of the same thing all the time, so I will do a little bit off-camera in order to get some more money in order to get a combine. So we're at 100,000 right now. So after this field is done and after those bunkers are unloaded, maybe we'll have 200,000 or something along those lines. And what we might do at that point is we may take a loan out just so we can get the combine going. We'll see. Wait for the train to go by. Yes, 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 go, go. There we go. Perfect. And then we'll just pop into the field here. And then that should be good. Still on the select manually. There we go. Alright, so like I said, we'll call the episode there. He's about half finished the field now, which is excellent. So my name's Ian Robson. We're playing on the Soybean farm here, or the actual name of the farm is the Vojvodina, I can't pronounce it very well, farm in Serbia. Really enjoying the map. I also have one more thing I want to mention before I forget. I've been considering doing like a mod spotlight type thing, only because I've had a few people ask me for links to mods and whatnot. And I was thinking about doing some sort of mod spotlight, like just one at a time, just little quickies, just so you can get an idea what the mod looks like. If you're interested in that, leave a comment and let me know if you are interested in that. If so, maybe we'll start doing some of those. Anyways, my name's Ian Robson. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this, and I will catch you guys on the next episode where hopefully we have enough money to buy a combine. Alright guys, catch you later.